I think you're going to be fine starting Miles Sanders against the Giants. Sanders I have right now as my running back 10 in half PPR. His consensus is running back 14, and maybe I do move him down just a little bit, but we've seen some ceiling games from Miles Sanders. We've seen a running back 2 finish against Green Bay. We've seen a running back 8 against Houston. We've seen running back 3 against Jacksonville. And this New York Giants defense can be had, right? Sanders is the running back 17 and averaging 17 touches and 83 rushing yards per game. He's 17 yards after contact. He's 22nd in PFF's elusive rating. 5.9% target share. Doesn't really matter against the Giants because the Giants, they allow the fewest receptions to running backs. So it's going to be a between the tackles type of game for Miles Sanders, who we've seen get the rushing volume, 21 rushes, 17 rushes, 18, 27, 15, 17, 13 on the season. If you are new, or if you like the answers that I'm giving, make sure you're hitting that red subscribe button. It really helps the channel. And the Philadelphia Eagles, they will tailor their game plan to the weaknesses of the opposing team. So the Giants, they don't give up a lot of passing work to the running back, so I don't anticipate a lot of targets. We saw Miles Sanders not used a lot last week because the Titans don't give up a lot of rushing efficiency to the running back position, whereas the Giants, not really on the radar, like one way or the other on the outlier spectrum when it comes to those types of things. Like I don't have it in any of my notes of this is an outlier defense that you should be concerned about. So I think Sanders is in that low end running back 1, high end running back 2 range, and where that dust settles, I'll figure out at the beginning of after I go to church tomorrow. So I take one final look at where has the weather settled, where has the dust settled on a few other players as well. But for right now, I think you're comfortable starting Miles Sanders unless you have 2 of the other elites, like you're starting Chubb, you're starting Ramondre Stevenson, you're starting Tony Pollard, you're starting Eckler and Henry and McCaffrey and Dalvin Cook over Miles Sanders this week, and probably maybe Ezekiel Elliott, maybe DeAndre Swift, maybe Travis Etienne. Those are ones that if I were to change it right now, I probably would move over Miles Sanders. But that's the right range, the right tier range for me.